Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Sadia Malik. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do correct form of verbs. This is a compulsory question in the first year English paper, and a lot of students asked me to make a video on it. And because they told me so, I am going to be bilingual. I am going to use Urdu and English both here. So first of all, correct form of verbs are related to choosing the correct form of verbs given in the sentences, and you need to make sure that the form is correct and it is according to the time period shown in the sentences. आपको जुमले को पढ़ना होता है और उसमें आपको ये फैसला करना होता है कि जो वर्ब है वो कौन सी टेंस को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, क्योंकि आपके जो वर्ब्स होते हैं वो ब्रैकेट्स में गिवन होते हैं और आपने उसको देख के चूज करना होता है कि वेदर यू वांट टू यूज वर्ब्स इन द फर्स्ट फॉर्म, सेकंड फॉर्म और थर्ड फॉर्म, और मे बी कंटिन्यूअस और परफेक्ट फॉर्म. सो इसको करने से पहले मैं चाहूँगी कि थोड़ा सा हम टेंसेस को रिवाइज कर लें ताकि आपको ये क्लियर हो जाए कि टेंसेस हैं कौन कौन से और वो कहाँ कहाँ यूज़ करते हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इट स्ट्रक्चर, हाउ इट इज़ मेड अप. वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द फंक्शन, where they are used, and the third and most important thing is that I'm going to give you some clue words that when you read a sentence you get the clue that which type of or which form of verb you have to use. So we are going to start from indefinite tense. इसको हम simple tense भी कहते हैं. For example, simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense. और हम इसको indefinite tense भी कहते हैं. So हम इसको इस तरह पढ़ेंगे: present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense और future indefinite tense. तो सबसे पहले हम प्रेजेंट पे आ जाते हैं. जो सैम्पल सेंटेंस है वो टॉप पे है. ही राइट्स अ लेटर एवरी वीक. सो हेयर वी कैन सी दैट द स्ट्रक्चर इज सब्जेक्ट, दैट इज ही की जगह पे किसी का नाम भी हो सकता है, प्लूरल भी हो सकता है, आई भी हो सकता है, अली भी हो सकता है, सारा. You can have anything here, but whoever is doing the work, that is going to be called the subject. So the structure is subject plus first form of the verb. So he writes. रोट नहीं आएगा, विल राइटिंग नहीं आएगा, राइटिंग किसी फॉर्म में भी नहीं आएगा, रिटन नहीं आ सकता. दिस इज वर्ब वन, मीन्स फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. द थिंग टू रिमेंबर हेयर इज दैट इफ यू आर यूजिंग the verb is he, she, it, or any singular, you are going to use s with it. For example, he writes, she writes, it writes, Ali writes. So singular जब तक है और he, she, it है तो writes. But if you are going to use the verb with I, you, we, they and plurals, you are not going to use any s with them. So it is going to be I write, you write, we write, they write, and the students write. So we are not going to use s with them. Now what is the function? हम use कहाँ करते हैं present tense? We use present tense to show habits, something that you do again and again, a routine, something that you follow every day or every week or every month. And we also use present tense for facts. खासतौर पे जो यूनिवर्सल फैक्ट्स हैं उसके लिए भी हम प्रेजेंट टेंस यूज़ करते हैं. अच्छा, इसके क्लूज कहाँ हैं? आप कोई भी सेंटेंस पढ़ें तो आपको ये क्लूज देखने हैं. इफ इन अ सेंटेंस यू हैव वर्ड्स लाइक एवरी डे, वीक, एवरी मंथ, डेली, यूजुअली, रेयरली, ऑलवेज, फ्रीक्वेंटली, ऑफन, then you are going to use the present indefinite tense. So he goes for walk daily, he goes to the gym every week, he comes to the school daily, he usually goes for a walk, he rarely goes for a walk, he always goes for a walk, he frequently goes for a walk in this park, he often goes for a walk. So all these clues tell you that this is either a habit or a routine. Similarly, आप fact भी use कर सकते हैं. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So because it's a universal fact, तो उसमें भी आप present tense use करेंगे. इसके अलावा कोई भी fact है, for example आपकी height है, या द कलर ऑफ योर आईज, वो भी एक फैक्ट है, तो उसमें भी आप प्रेजेंट टेंस ही यूज करेंगे. नाउ वी कम टू द सेकेंड वन, पास्ट इंडेफिनिट, जिसको हम सिंपल पास्ट टेंस भी कहते हैं. सेम सेंटेंस आई एम गोइंग टू टेक टू डिफरेंट टेंसेज एंड ट्राई टू चेंज इट. Here it was he writes a letter every week. Here it becomes he wrote a letter yesterday. So here obviously you use the second form of the verb. This is called V2, wrote. Write was V1, wrote is V2, and written is going to be V3, that is the third form of the verb. So here the structure is going to be subject plus V2. You need a subject who is doing the action, and then you need V2, that is the second form of the verb. Written या writing नहीं आएगा, it is always the second form of the verb. And obviously there is going to be some clue within the sentence जो आपको बताएगा कि this is not something that happens every day. It happened in the past somewhere and it's a completed action. It is not going on still now. It will not happen in future. It does not happen every day, but it is something that happened and completed in the past. So now you're not going to talk about it. It happened, it completed in the past. So here no s with the second form of the verb. Wrote नहीं होता, टोल्ड्स नहीं होता, ठीक है, इसी तरह फ्लूज नहीं होता. तो जो भी आपका सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब है उसके साथ आप एस कभी भी नहीं लगाते. सो ये भी एक मिस्टेक है जो अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स करते हैं कि वो इस फॉर्म के साथ भी एस लगा देते हैं. जैसे ही रोट्स कर दिया, तो रोट इज गोइंग टू बी रोट. एंड द थिंग इज कि दिस V2 is for everything. Like here you see that for he, she, it and singular it was writes, and for I, you, we there it was write, but wrote is for all of these things. He, she, it, singular, plural, I, you, we, they all are going to have this second form of the verb. So there is no separate form for he and I. Now function क्या है अभी आपको बता दिया. Completed action in the past. Complete हो चुके हैं and it is in the past, it's done. Clues क्या हैं आपके सेंटेंस में. हो सकता है yesterday लिखा हो, previous day, last week, last month, last year, in 2011, ago आ जाए कहीं, तो आपको पता चल जाता है कि here you have to use simple past tense या past indefinite tense इसको हम कहते हैं. Now the third type of indefinite tense is the future. Time को आप तीन उसमें divide कर सकते हैं. Either it is the present time or the past time or it is going to come, that is the future. So the same sentence is going to change. He will write a letter tomorrow. So here the structure becomes subject. You need somebody who does the work. So it is he. Will or shall plus the first form of the verb. And then some word like tomorrow, next week, in 2025, जो अभी आना है, ठीक है. So आपका यहाँ structure क्या बना? Subject plus will या shall, and that is first form of the verb, write. Remember, here we use the first form of the verb. So here also we are going to use the first form. ये याद रखें कि will और shall के साथ कभी भी s नहीं लेता verb. Will writes नहीं होता या shall writes नहीं होता. It's always going to be will write, will come, will tell, will show, etc. Never an s here. And no s with the verb. So I tell. Another way of making future tense is use this phrase going to. I'm going to go to Lahore tomorrow. I'm going to write a letter. So going to is another structure that has the same function, and the function is showing future actions. Now, what is the function of future indefinite tense? If you're using will, it shows instant decisions, offers or promises for the coming time. So when you say will, it shows a little bit of certainty that you are going to do something. You have taken a decision. And going to again shows for future plans and intentions. If you say, I'm going to go to Lahore, so it shows that you are going to go, and it is the same like you will go to Lahore tomorrow. What are the clues? Tomorrow, next day, month, week, year, 2025, etc. So now come and see what are the other examples. Here you can see that I have divided into present, past and future. These are the examples in work, so you can see how the previous information is working here. So in present, he writes a letter every week. So every week is your clue word. It means that it's a routine. She goes for a walk daily. Again, it's a routine. It's something that happens every day. It's a habit. So goes, s लगेगा verb के साथ. They always play in the evening. Always is also a word which shows continuity of habit, something that happens every day. The sun rises in the east. Again, this is a fact. It's a universal fact. So it is going to take the first form of the verb. He is 6 feet tall. So it's a fact. So it's also going to be in the present form. Past tense. This is past indefinite tense. So we are going to use the second form of the verb. He wrote a letter yesterday. She went for a walk last night. They played against England in 2019. So all of them show completed action in the past. And that is why they are going to have the second form of the verb. Future, he will write a letter tomorrow. She is going to go for a walk next week. They will play against England in 2025. So here words like tomorrow, next week, 2025, that is the year to come. जो अभी नहीं आया, future में आएगा. So all of them are going to take indefinite future tense with it. Always remember, will के साथ कभी भी आप write को writes या wrote किसी और फॉर्म में नहीं लिखते. will के साथ हमेशा जो verb है वो first form में आता है. Another way of making the future tense is that you use going to. For example, she is going to go for a walk next week is exactly the same as she will go for a walk for next week. So it means the same. Okay. Now let's move on to the next type of tense, and that is continuous tense. It is relatively easier to make Again, as far as the time is concerned, you have three types: present, past, and future. As the word continuous shows, these three tenses show the continuity of action in different points of time. Present continuous show the activity going on in the present time. Past continuous shows the activity or unfinished action going on in the past. And future continuous shows some kind of prediction, guessing. आप अंदाजा लगा रहे होते हैं कि फ्यूचर में ये इस वक्त ये हो रहा होगा. So that is more like prediction, या guessing, या expecting something to continue into the future. Now look at the sentence. He is writing a letter at this moment. तो इसमें आपके पास ing फॉर्म आएगी. आप जब भी कंटिन्यूस का वर्ड सुने तो आपके जहन में फौरन ing फॉर्म आ जाना चाहिए कि आपका जो वर्ब होगा वो ing फॉर्म में आएगा आपके पास. He is writing a letter at this moment. So स्ट्रक्चर क्या बना? सब्जेक्ट प्लस am is are प्लस वर्ब फॉर्म ing में. So इसका फंक्शन क्या है? Actions happening now, changes taking place now. So यहाँ आपके पास क्लूज क्या है कि आपके सेंटेंस में अगर आ रहा है at the moment, now, at present, presently, तो it means कि the action is still going on. It is even happening when you are talking about it. So आपके पास जो choices हैं वो हैं am, that is for I, is, that is for he, she, it and singular, and are, that is for they and plurals, etc. So लेकिन इसके पास आता पास्ट का कोई वर्ब फॉर्म नहीं लगाएंगे, इसमें वॉज वर्ब नहीं आ सकता. सो इट्स सब्जेक्ट प्लस am is are plus verb in the ing form. Next is past continuous. Again the same thing कि it shows continuity of action happening in the past. कि जब आप किसी चीज़ के बारे में बात कर रहे थे तो उस वक्त वो काम हो रहा था in the past tense. He was writing a letter when I saw him. So दो एक्शंस यहाँ हैं कि जब आपने उसको देखा तो वो क्या कर रहा था? He was writing a letter. So this action was going on. This was in continuity when this happened. So इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है that is subject प्लस was or were. आपके पास दो choices हैं, या was लगाएं या word लगाएं, प्लस verb ing फॉर्म में. Was लगेगा singulars के साथ, he, she, it और all the singulars are going to take was with it. And were आपका लगेगा, even I के साथ भी was लगेगा. Were is for all the plural, they, we, all the plurals etc. They are going to have were with them. लेकिन तरीका क्या है? subject plus was, were plus ing. Function is unfinished ongoing actions in the past. So something that was still going on when you were talking about it. इसके clues क्या हैं कि आपके पास when आ सकता है, यानी when I saw him he write a letter, he was writing a letter, because saw is already telling you कि ये चीज़ past में हुई है. So this is a clue also कि past continuous लगेगा. While, before, something happened. So there is some clue कि जब ये हुआ तो उस वक्त ये भी हो रहा था. और saw से आपको पता चलेगा कि saw सी का past tense है, तो it means कि this has to be past tense also. He was writing a letter when I saw him. So saw is like your giveaway word. Also before or before something happened etc. ये भी आ सकता है. Now future continuous is going to be he will be writing a letter this time tomorrow. तो ये guessing में आ जाता है कि कल वो इस वक्त क्या कर रहा होगा, कल वो इस वक्त लेटर लिख रहा होगा. तो इसको बनाने का तरीका क्या है? स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? सब्जेक्ट प्लस विल शेल प्लस वर्ब ing फॉर्म में. सो फंक्शन क्या है? प्रिडिक्टिंग, दैट यू आर गेसिंग व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन टुमारो. यू डू नॉट नो, आपको पता नहीं है, तो अनरियल सिचुएशन है. आप प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हैं कि फ्यूचर में कल इस वक्त ये हो रहा होगा. सो क्लूज क्या है? दिस टाइम, नेक्स्ट वीक, मंथ, ईयर, बाय 8 o'clock एक्सेट्रा. जो इस वक्त टाइम ना हो, मतलब अब से 2 घंटे बाद. सो आप कह सकते हैं कि व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू बी डूइंग एट 10 o'clock, और इस वक्त अगर 8 o'clock है तो आप कहेंगे व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू बी डूइंग एट 11 o'clock. सो द आंसर कैन बी आई विल बी राइटिंग अ लेटर एट 10 o'clock. सो आप फ्यूचर को जहन में रख के प्रिडिक्ट करते हैं कि क्या इस वक्त हो रहा होगा. फंक्शन है प्रिडिक्टिंग, गेसिंग, एक्सपेक्टिंग कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ एक्शन इन फ्यूचर, क्या हो रहा होगा. उर्दू में आप जहन में रख सकते हैं कि इसकी तर्जुमा भी बनता है कि ही विल बी राइटिंग अ लेटर दिस टाइम टुमारो, कल इस वक्त वो खत लिख रहा होगा. एक्सपेक्टेशन है, प्रिडिक्शन है, नॉट फॉर श्योर. सो दिस इज द यूज ऑफ फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस टेंस. बल्कि ज़्यादातर जो आपके फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस, फ्यूचर परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस हैं, उसमें ज़्यादातर वो प्रिडिक्शन और गेसिंग के काम के लिए ही आता है. जो रियल टेंसेज हैं वो ज़्यादातर आपके प्रेजेंट और पास्ट में शो कर देते हैं, जो कंप्लीशन ऑफ एक्शन दिखाते हैं या फिर कंटिन्यूटी. अब इसी कंटिन्यूअस के आप एग्जांपल्स देख लें. प्रेजेंट, पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस. In present continuous, I told you the structure is going to be is, am, are plus ing. So he is writing a letter at this moment. At this moment tells you that this is happening at the moment right now. So यहाँ आप present continuous लगाएंगे. She is going for a walk now. Now is again a clue, जिससे आपको पता चलता है कि अभी continue कर रहा है action. तो she is going for a walk. They are playing against England nowadays. Nowadays again is a clue which shows that the continuity of action is still going on. Past continuous में he was writing a letter when I saw him yesterday. So yesterday and saw tell you that this was something that happened before. It is not happening right now, but then something else was happening while this happened. So he was writing a letter when I saw him yesterday. So here yesterday and saw are two clues which tell you that here you have to use past continuous tense. She was going for a walk when I met her last night. Again last night and met. ये आपको बता रहे हैं कि ये चीज हो चुकी है और जब ये हुआ तो कुछ और भी हो रहा था. So she was going for a walk when I met her last night. They were playing against England when the pandemic broke out. So when this happened, again broke out is in past tense, and when this happened something else was happening also, something else was going on also. So they were playing against England, जैसे पाकिस्तान की टीम इंग्लैंड के साथ खेल रही थी जब पेंडेमिक ब्रेकआउट कर गया. So this is your giveaway. This is the clue that this past thing happened and then something else was also happening. Future continuous में जो structure था वो था will, be, ing. So this shows prediction, guessing. Future में subjunctive है कि आपको पता नहीं है कि होगा या नहीं होगा, पर लेकिन आप predict कर रहे हैं. He will be writing a letter at this time tomorrow. आपको पता नहीं है लेकिन आप guess करेंगे कल इस वक्त वो letter लिख रहा होगा. She will be going for a walk around 5 o'clock. अगर तो उसकी रूटीन है तो आप कहेंगे भाई आज 5 बजे वो क्या कर रही होगी, तो आप कहेंगे नहीं आज 5 बजे तो वो वॉक के लिए गई हुई होगी. सो यू नो अगेन यू आर गेसिंग. They will be playing against England this time in the year 2022. अगर 2022 में इंग्लैंड के साथ कोई हमारा टूर सेट है और आपको पता है तो कोई आपसे पूछे कि what will be our cricket team doing in 2022 at this time. So you are going to say at this time in 2022 our team will be playing against England. So it is future. Future की expectation है, future की आपकी एक guessing है, prediction है, and for that you are going to use future continuous tense. I'll repeat the structure again. For present continuous is, am, are plus ing. For past continuous it's was, were, ing. For future it is will, shall, be, ing. So be is a must. So you can't will writing. Will be writing, shall be going, will be playing. So this is how you make it. So we are going to stop right now. And we have done two tenses, indefinite tense and continuous tense. And in the next video, we are going to continue with perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. If you have any question, please ask in the comment box. Also like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much.